Right then, into the quest proper. We've got our starting hand, one resource for each hero, and then 4 additional cards. Ooh, the decisions just keep coming. Galdor, Light of Valinor, Protector of Lorien, and Skinbark. So, first things first, Gondorian Shield onto Mablung, so that he can defend like a boss. Protector of Lorien onto Arrestor, so that we can discard all these cards for useful effects. Light of Valinor onto Arrestor, so that he can get that. Then we can't play any of our expensive cards, but we can discard one of them to power up Arwen's ability. So we could either play a Galadrim Weaver or a Lember Spread. I think we're going to go for the Galadrim Weaver, and we could choose one of these cards to discard so it gets shuffled back in, so we're more likely to see it. Treebeard is an absolute boss, and we need to be killing enemies, and he's good at that. I mean, so is Skinbark, but Treebeard is just a level above. So I'm going to discard Treebeard to put a resource onto Arwen. I'm going to play the Galadrim Weaver, which shuffles Treebeard into the deck. We've got cards to burn, and the only thing to use them for is Protector of Lorien. We're never going to need more than one defender, really, because we can only engage one enemy a turn. And typically when we engage that enemy, obviously we'll want to kill it. So we won't really be using Protector of Lorien for defense ever. So in questing, we're going to send Arwen, Arrestor, Iarion, and a Galadrim Weaver. And we've got another Orc War Party. Okay, that is really bad. So that is 6, 8. We're on 3, 6, 7. No, 3, 5, 6, 7. And then we'll discard 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Which means that we go up from 7 to 10. So that means we get 2 progress. Obviously, we will travel to the rugged country. Obviously, we will not be engaging the Orc War parties, which is unfortunate, because now that means that's 2 threat that we add at the end of the refresh phase. So we go up to 30, and then we go up to 32. So it feels like damage is going to be required quite early. I mean, Mablung can just about take a hit from one of those guys, but we're going to need some serious teeth to take these guys out. So we have drawn the Mithlond Sea Watcher, Lords of the Eldar, Dwarven Tomb, which is really Will of the West, and Quick Beam. Unfortunately, we can't play the Mithlond Sea Watcher because we don't have enough tactics resources. We're going to burn Lords of the Eldar to give Arrestor a resource, spend Arrestor's 2 resources to play Quick Beam. I'm going to move the Galadrim Wither to the top because she's basically just always going to be questing. I'm going to wound Quick Beam so he's ready. And then we'll keep the other 2 cards to power up for questing. Oof. So let's assume that we are engaging something this round. If we hit those Orc War parties, we could hit them for Quick Beams 3 and Arrestor's 2, which is only going to be 2 wounds. We could potentially throw Iarion on as well, but the problem is once they hit Mablung, they're going to do at least 2 wounds, and we don't currently really have anything else for them to hit. So I feel like actually our best plan is just going to be to leave them there, because we just don't have the strength to take them on yet. So Mablung isn't questing though, because we might get something else we could fight. So Arwen, Arrestor, Galadrim Weaver, Quick Beam, and Iarion, because there's a lot of threat there anyway, and we don't want to get locked into rugged country. Weighted responsibility. When revealed, reveal 1 encounter card for each quest card in play. There's only 1 quest card, so we reveal 1 extra card. Borders of Breland. While it is in the staging area, it gains Forced. At the beginning of the quest phase, return 1 enemy engaged with the player to the staging area. Okay, so that's 6, 8. We're 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we can discard these 2 cards to take us up to 11. So that means we do 3 progress, which finishes the rugged country, which means we can travel to the borders of Breland. You know, not spectacular. If we engage the Orc War Party, it is going to severely wound Mablung. We can get a wound, 2 wounds back on it with Arrestor and Quick Beam. But then next turn, I need to take that out of its sleeve. But then next turn, we will not have an answer short of letting Quick Beam be beaten to death by it. Obviously, we will draw more cards, we'll get more resources, and we'll be lowering threat as well. Dare we take this risk? Do you know what? I think we do, because we can put some wounds on it. So we're going to voluntarily engage them, which gives Mablung a resource. Mablung is defending. The enemy gets +1 attack, return it to the staging area after this attack. That is about as bad as that could have gone, apart from Mablung dying. So he just runs right back, which means there are still enemies in the staging area, which means our threat goes up by loads again. And it makes it harder to quest. Deary me. Oh, and he got +1 attack, so Mablung is almost dead. So threat up by 1, threat up by 2 more because there's 2 enemies in the staging area. Oh dear. That... I didn't even have Quick Beam because I quested with him. What an idiot. Oh man, that was really dumb. Oh well. I'm sure my stupidity won't result in a dead ranger. Right, so let's draw some cards. Okay, so we got To the Sea, Gladrian Weather, Rivendell Blade, and Wingfoot. Right, well, Rivendell Blade needs to go down ASAP onto Arrestor. I'm not sure that Wingfoot is really very helpful right now, because I kind of need Mablung. Well, actually, I don't need him for... I don't need him for defence, because there's no way he's taking a hit from one of those Orc War parties. I'm going to play the Weaver to shuffle back in this Mithlond Sea Watcher. And I'm going to play To the Sea, onto Arwen. And that leaves me with a card to discard, and I can either use it to discard for resources, or I can use it to discard to boost our quest. Oh, Mablung, you're really worrying me with those hit points, boy. Right, okay, questing. Arwen, Arrestor, Iorian, the Weavers, and I feel like if I hit them, I would be hitting them with Mablung, Arrestor, which would be 4, but they'd only have 1 defense, which would be 3 wounds, which still is, because that's assuming that they beat Quick Beam to death. Yeah, let's hold Quick Beam back, just in case we need a defender. Chetwood Forest. One player chooses and engages an enemy in the staging area. Okay, well, that's not the worst travel effect. So that's 9 with 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, well, I'll discard a card so we don't gain a threat. So we equal it. Deary me, this is going really badly. We can engage the Orc War Party, and we can hit the Orc War Party for a couple of wounds, and we lose Quick Beam. I feel like we're going to have to do this, because this is getting ridiculous. Right, so we engage there. Hitting Quick Beam. Oh, that's a good side quest to dodge. It beats Quick Beam to death. We hit back with Arrestor and Mablung, who have 4 attack, but the Rivendell Blade, so it only has 1 defense, which means 3 wounds, which means it's half dead. We have got to draw an ally to get hit by this next turn. There's 1 enemy in the staging area, so threat goes up to 37. We draw 4 cards. Right, we have got some allies. Pump out some resources. Our quest's gone down, but we have also lowered the quest in the staging area as well. Right. So we'll get an Honor Guard in play. And we will get an Wandering Ent in play. Now, realistically, this Honour Guard is just going to get beaten to death. But it will mean that we've got the strength to kill the Orc War Party, which, that's not nothing. So I've got one of these cards I can burn for questing, possibly two, and then I've got one that I can, or I could burn the other one for resources. So Arwen is questing, Arrestor's questing, Iarian and the Gladrian Weavers are questing, more Borders of Breeland. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I can burn one of them anyway for quest, so that puts one progress onto there. I'm going to burn the other one for quest as well, because we're going to start getting location locked here. Right, the Orc War Party against the Honour Guard. Attacking him gets +1 attack for each ally the defending player controls. That's a lot of attack. That's a very dead Honour Guard. Then we hit back with Arrestor and Mablung, which does 3 wounds, which kills the Orc War Party. So that's something at least. Threat goes up by 2 because of the enemy in the staging area. The Wandering Ent comes back. Well, he's actually back. 4 cards. 3 resources. Right. Spear of the Citadel, which I really feel like I'm probably going to have to get out of this deck. Because, who is Mablung going to be defending anytime soon? Speaking of which, let's get this going. So Sylvan Refugee is played for 1. Kaylee, stop whining, please. Okay. I know it's going bad, Cows, but we don't need to burst into tears. Discard the Welling Hall Preserver for a resource on Arrestor. Spend Arrestor's 2 resources for an Inladris Caregiver. And I'm going to hold on to the other card. So questing, we'll send the Caregiver, the Refugee, Iarion, Gladrian Weaver, Arrestor, and Arwen. Oh, it's a side quest. How great. Iarion readies. Orc Ambush. Several orcs spring from you from their hiding places. Their surprise attack puts you on the defensive. You must fight to gain the upper hand. Each orc gets better stats. When revealed, each player must search the encounter deck and discard power for an orc and put it into play engaged with him. Well, we won't be picking a blinking Orc War Party, will we? Right, what's the wimpiest orc we can pick? We can have an Angmar Marauder. An Angmar Orc, when revealed, either discard one ally from play or reveal an additional encounter card. Ugh. Angmar Captain. Nope. Oh dear. Right, well, if I discard an ally from play, it's got to be the Sylvan Refugee, because that'll discard an ally from play anyway. The other type of orc, the Angmar Marauder, is forced after he attacks and destroys an ally, return it to the staging area. Do we have the strength to kill him? We do. So let's take an Angmar Marauder. He engaged, which gives Mablung a resource. And that is 7 threat. We're questing for 5, 6, 7. So that's 4 progress, which puts 2 onto the Borders of Breeland and 2 down there. We can't go to Chetwood Forest because that will force us to engage the Orc War Party. So we'll go to the Borders of Breeland. Oh, nuts. All these orcs hit harder now. Oh, that's +1 threat from the Orc War Party as well, which I forgot. Oh, and his defense is higher. But Iarion's ready. His 1 attack will make the difference. So, questions. I could put this attack on Mablung. I heal him up a wound with the card that I discard from my hand, which means his attack will equal the Angmar Marauder's attack. Which would mean he'd need +2 attack to kill, which isn't impossible in this deck. Or I have him hit the Wandering Ent, where he would if he got any bonus of attack, he would kill the Wandering Ent. And if he kills an ally, he goes back to the staging area, which is obviously problematic. Right, I'm going to discard a card to heal Mablung and have Mablung defend. Taking enemy gets +1 attack for each quest card in play, and there are 2 quest cards in play, which means he kills Mablung. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Now, Mablung is not an ally, so he actually doesn't return to the staging area. So, scant reward is that we have 4, 5 attack, he has no defense, which means, he has 1 defense from the Orc Ambush, so we kill him. But now we've lost our Mablung. So, threat goes up by 2. I'm not sure this is going to end very well for us. 2 resources and a bucket of cards. 2 Honour Guards, who we can't play, who prevent damage, a Silver Harp and a Gladrin Weaver. Right, let's get the Silver Harp in play. Let's activate the Silver Harp to discard a card to put the card back into our hand to give Arrestor a resource. We're going to quest against the Orc Ambush. So Arwin is going to quest, Arrestor is going to quest. All of these guys are going to quest. Oh, the Sylvan Refugee leads play because character lost play. Oh dear. And Aerion's going to quest. It is the Angmar Orc. When revealed, either discard an ally from play or reveal an additional encounter card. We will discard the Gladrin Weaver from play. That's 3, 6, 8, 9, 10 threat. We're questing with 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that would be 2 more threat. We will discard 2 cards to equal out the threat. And I'll discard another one as well to put a progress onto here. We'll engage the Angmar Orc. The Angmar Orc will attack the Wandering Ent. No shadow text, so he takes a wound. Arrestor hits him back. He can't do anything because his defense is higher because of Orc Ambush. Threat goes up by 2. Oh dear, this is going very badly. He's going to go back into the staging area from Borders of Breland. I'm pretty sure this one's a loss. Light of Varanor, Lindir, Wellinghorn Preserver, and a Wandering Ent. Oh, that moment where you automatically pick up 3 resources, because that's what you're used to playing with. Oh, dearie me. Let's play the Wellinghorn Preserver from Arrestor. Let's play Lindir, using 2 the sea, 2 the sea, to discard 2 cards, which I'm not going to use to put back into my hand. To play Lindir, I have less than 3 cards in hand, so draw until I have 3 cards in hand. A Guardian of Rivendell, a Mithlond Sea Watcher, and Elrond's Council. We'll play Elrond's Council to lower our threat by 3. Actually, we'll wait on our timing on that. So in the quest phase, all of these guys are going, and Arwin and Arrestor. Then I will discard 3 cards to boost Arrestor's quest, use the Silver Harp to put Elrond's Council back into my hand to play Elrond's Council. So that means that Arrestor, well, may as well give him the council, has gone up to Will 6. We're going against the Orc Ambush. Each player returns 1 enemy engaged with... Oh, he was already... Oh, no. Each player returns 1 enemy engaged with him to the staging area. Actually, that wasn't going to return because the Borders of Breland isn't in the staging area. Cool. So that is 3, 6, 9, 10. We are 3, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4 progress, which means we finish the Borders of Breland and 1 goes on to Orc Ambush. We're going to go to the Can we justify going to the Chetwood Forest? Because the thing is, we need to finish Orc Ambush because this Orc is too hard to kill currently with what we've got. So let's take the risk. Let's leave them in the staging area. That's 3 threat, so we go up to 43. Welling Hall Preserver readies, which heals a wound off the Wandering Ent. So double Treebeard, Elven Spear, and Steed of Imladris. The Steed is currently useless. So we'll put the Elven Spear onto a Restore. The Steed would be very helpful later on, though. But is there going to be a later on? No. Right. Questing. We're going to do the Orc Ambush. Arwen, a Restore. All of these guys. And then in order to actually kill that Angmar Orc, we're going to need... His defense will go down to 3, presuming we finish Orc Ambush, although that obviously is difficult. So that would mean his defense is 1 with a Restore, which means a Restore will do 1 wound, so we'll need to discard 2 cards with Elven Spear to kill him. So let's send the Welling Hall Preserver. Shrouded Hills, 2 threat. So that's 2, 5, 8, 10, 11, 12, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, this guy's a lot higher. And he's ready. Oh, that's irritating. I'm going to put another progress on there because his quest is actually higher because this quest is in play. So, sorry, they were 2, 5, 8, 10, 11, 12. We're 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which means we do 3 progress, which means we finish Orc Ambush, which is bloody good news. We will go to the Chetwood Forest because we want to engage the Angmar Orc anyway. The Angmar Orc is going to attack the Wandering Ent. Let me just check. Oh, no, the quest isn't that high. His quest is 1 lower, but we still beat it by more than we needed because that's not a side quest. So we've got 1 attack. Oh, no, Aerion isn't ready. That's not a side quest. It just cares about side quests. So that means I've got a Restore to hit back, which means he can essentially get to 5 attack, which is enough to do it. Okay, so it hits the Wandering Ent. +1 attack for each ally the defending player controls. We control an awful lot, so he hacks the Wandering Ent to death. A Restore hits back. He's got 2 attack, which means he's doing 1 wound because of his Elven Blade. So I will discard 2 cards to get his attack high enough to kill the Angmar Orc. I'll discard the other card to give a Restore a resource. End of the round. Threat goes up by 2. Ready. And draw the cards. Ooh. 2 Elrond's Councils and 2 Mythalon Sea Watchers that we can't play. Okay, so... let's just go straight into the quest phase then. So Arwen, a Restore. Nothing is going to engage us that we don't want to engage us. So let's just send the whole lot. It is pressing need, doomed 2. Oh. I'm going to play Elrond's Council, exhaust the Silver Harp to... oh, no, that doesn't work. So... I'm going to discard these cards to boost a Restore's defense attack. Use Silver Harp to put Elrond's Council back into hand, and then spend 2 Elrond's Councils. So that means that a Restore has gone up 5 points of quest. And my threat has gone down by 6. Doom 2. When revealed, either search the encounter or discard pile for an encounter side quest and reveal it, or choose a different side quest in play to be the main quest. So let's see, what have we got that we've got one side quest in the discard pile we could choose. The first player loses control of the area and places his face down into this stage. When the stage is defeated, the first player takes control of the area and exhausts him. That's not too bad. Let's do that one. So, Aerion goes there. So, we've got 5 threat. That's 3, 4, 5. So, everything else is gravy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 progress. So, that's 3 on there and 9 onto the main quest, which is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Rescuer Aerion has 4 time counters with it. Let's go to the Shrouded Hills. Everyone comes back. Threat goes up by 2. Everyone readies. We draw 4 cards. And we get some resources. We've got Elven Light and Radris Caregiver, Henmath Ruthersong, and To the Sea, To the Sea. So let's play Henmath Ruthersong. No thanks, Chaos. Let's play Imradris Caregiver for 2, because we need the quest. And Henmath, what's coming? It's a location, it's doomed. Well, it's in the staging area. We can't reduce our threat. That is horrific. Right, we will quest to rescue Aerion. Everyone's going. I will discard both these cards to boost the quest. I'll exhaust the Silver Harp to put this one back into my hand. So that's 5. That is 3, 4, 5. Everything else is gravy. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 5 onto there, 6 onto there. I'm going to discard another card to boost quest. So that finishes Rescuer Aerion, which means he comes back. And we're going to go to the Outlying Homestead. We're going to reveal Sudden Ambush. When revealed, if the total will of characters committed to the quest is greater than the total threat in the staging area, each enemy in the staging area makes an immediate attack against the first player. Well, we're not in the quest stage, so it's not. If no attack was made this way, search the encounter deck and discard pile for an Orc War Party and add it to the staging area. Ugh. Great. I'm going to look through the deck rather than take one out the discard pile. Well, that's lovely. Obviously, we're not engaging. So that means threat goes up by 3 because they're all there. Oh, it was meant to go up by 1 anyway because of Outlying Homestead. Everyone readies. We draw only 3 cards because that's all we've got left in the deck. Well, unless we pull out one of those Orc War Parties, we have lost the day. So I'm going to discard Protector of Lorien. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, realistically, we are not winning this. Someone is definitely for the chop against those Orc War Parties. Right, well, we've got to play Will of the West to shuffle stuff in. I'm also going to spend a resource, before I do that, to play Elven Light. That doesn't do anything because we don't have a deck to draw from, so. How much Noldor have we got, actually? Huh. Because we could play Lords of Eldar, which would give Arrestor, Arwyn, our caregivers, Lindir, boosted stats. Do you know what? Let's go out with a bang. So, I'm going to have played Lords of the Eldar from my discard pile for 3 resources, which boosts all of them. Then I'm going to discard Protectors of Lorien to give Arwyn a resource, and spend Arwyn's resource to play Elven Light from my discard pile, which lets me draw a card, which means I draw the Lords of the Eldar. Then I'll use Will of the West to shuffle up my discard pile. So, very convoluted there, but that's the ways of the Sylvan. And importantly, it gives me my 3 cards that actually like being in the discard pile in my hand, so I can discard them again. So that now that we've gone, I mean, we're not going to. I mean, I am planning for an event that will not occur. Like, it is over. But do you know what? Let's go out with a bang. Okie dokie. So that's all shuffled up. Probably a slightly pointless shuffle, but there we go. Do you know what, Henmath? Tell us what's coming. It's not going to make much difference, but let's know at least. Oh, Doom 2. Oh, man. That means we are utterly hosed. So we either search the encounter deck and discard pile for an encounter side question, reveal it, or choose a different question play to be our quest. Oh, man. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Oh, well. At least we played the Lords of the Eldar. So, questing. Arwyn, Arrestor. Now, let's at least try and kill one of these Orc war parties. So to do it, I can get Arrestor to 5 attack, and he lowers defense by 2. So he's essentially 7 attack, which means I just need 2 more to do it. Which means Lindir, you could make... Oh, actually, no, tell a lie. Aerion, you could do it, because you'll get readied by questing. And then I need the caregiver. No, Kaylee. I know, it's almost over. Like, I know you're upset. Hold back the caregiver to defend. So, we quest, we reveal, Doom 2, which takes us up to 49. We have to look through the deck for a side quest. Oh my gosh, that is absolutely horrible. Is there not another side quest? Lost in the Wilderness. Each player places ice cards. Yeah, Lost in the Wilderness is a better shout than that other one. So when revealed, you'll place all your cards in your hand face down under Lost in the Wilderness. Oh no! That means we don't have another attack to defeat the war party. So, questing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 versus 6 is 12 progress, which is 8 on there, and 4 onto the main quest. And then we will engage an Orc War Party. The Orc War Party hits the Imladris Caregiver. No shadow text, hacks it apart. We hit back with Arrestor, who doesn't have any cards, unfortunately, to boost himself, and Aerion. For 4 attack, -1 defense, is 3 wounds. And at the end of the round, threat goes up by 2 points to 51, and we lose. Ah, man. There are some horrifically damage boosting effects in there, which means having heroes defend doesn't necessarily work, and having allies defend doesn't necessarily work because there are cards that punish you for allies dying. Man, what a pickle. What a pickle. Still, a different sort of quest. One that makes this deck look like it doesn't have enough attack, but, you know, you play those Mithlon Sea Watchers, you're throwing out attack. Like, you've got Treebeard, you've got Glorfindale, but if you don't see him, you don't see him. We managed to stay on top of the questing really well, but losing Mablung, I mean, you lose a hero, you're realistically not winning. I think we did about as well as we could, all things considered. Cool. All right, let's hope the next one goes better.